I didn't realize a single raised hand could cut so deep, until the pilot stepped between me and the jet bridge, palm out like a stop sign, and said, "Not on my plane." Before we continue, if you're watching for the first time, Elliot Stories welcomes you with a warm hug. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and tell us the city you're watching from. Airports smell like stress, burnt coffee, sanitizer, and jet fuel. That morning I was flying to close the biggest merger of my career, one that would keep over 1,000 people employed. I wore my Navy suit, the same one from our company's first public listing. Inside my jacket, my daughter had stuck a tiny gold star that said, "You can do hard things." At gate 22, my assistant Maya scrolled through her tablet. "Flight's on time. Legal says keep it professional. No jokes," she said. I smiled. "I'll try." When boarding started, the gate agent scanned my pass and smiled. "Welcome aboard, Mr. Okafor." I took one step forward, then the pilot blocked me. He was mid-50s, gray-haired, sharp jaw. His hand lifted like a barrier. "Not on my plane," he said. "Excuse me. I thought I'd misheard." "Safety discretion," he told the agent. "He can wait for the next flight." The gate went quiet. A phone camera lifted. I felt the heat crawl up my neck. "Captain, what's the safety issue?" I asked evenly. He didn't answer. He didn't have to. His eyes said everything. "Call your supervisor," I told the agent. "Please note the time and reason." She hesitated. "Sir, maybe we can." "No," the pilot said again. "Not on my plane." Behind me, a toddler whispered, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Mama, why won't they let the man get on the plane?" That broke something inside me. I looked at the captain one last time and said quietly, "You're going to remember this moment." Then to Maya, "Rebook us. Different airline." We walked away, and the crowd parted. Dignity is quieter than anger, but it lasts longer. 2 hours later, at 30,000 feet on another carrier, Maya turned her phone toward me. "The video's already viral," she whispered. There I was, standing calm while the pilot's hand froze me in place. For words echoed through the internet, "Not on my plane." By the time we landed, the video had 1 million views. By night 3. Gateway Airlines issued a statement promising a thorough investigation. But inside my inbox came the truth. A flight attendant wrote, "We've filed complaints about him before." They said, "Captain's discretion." Nothing changed. Another message said, "He refused to fly with a black first officer." Said he didn't trust his attitude. The next day, an email appeared from Daniel Hart. "Mr. Okafor, I'm the captain's son. I intern in your company. I'm not defending him, but I need to speak with you." He came to my office pale, shaking. "When I saw the video, I knew it was him," he said. "If you want me to resign, I'll understand." I looked at him, the courage it took just to show up. "No," I said. "Stay. But ask your father to meet me." He hesitated. "He won't." "Ask anyway." He called, hands trembling. When the captain answered, his voice was all gravel. "You what?" he snapped when his son explained. "He wants to meet me? For what? Publicity?" "No," I said into the speaker. "For truth. 2 people each. No cameras. You choose the place." A pause. Then, "Tony's Diner. 2 p.m. 1 guest each." Tony's smelled like burnt coffee and forgiveness waiting its turn. He was already there, sitting stiff in a corner booth beside a woman in scrubs. His sister, it turned out. "So," he said as I sat, "you came to gloat." "No," I said. "I came to ask what you were protecting when you raised your hand." He looked away. "My crew. My plane. From me?" I asked. He swallowed. From disruption. I leaned forward. I walked up with a ticket and a good morning. You created the disruption and blamed me for existing. That's not safety. That's control. His sister touched his sleeve. Pete, she whispered. He blinked hard. I didn't like how you looked at me. Like you expected to be there. I did, I said. Because I belong there. Because I paid. Because my parents worked for that ticket. Because my daughter put a star in my jacket and told me I could do hard things. He stared at the table. I'm sorry, he said at last. I used my power to make you small. You didn't deserve that. I nodded. Then help fix what allowed it. Mentor cadets who look like me. Listen to the people who complained. Stop pretending comfort is safety. He nodded once, eyes wet. I will. Right then, the diner's TV broke in. Breaking, Gateway Airlines grounds Captain Peter Hart pending investigation. His shoulders sagged. His sister's hand closed around his. He whispered, I guess I'm grounded for good. Maybe not, I said quietly. Grounded isn't the same as finished. What matters is what you learn before you fly again. The story exploded. News outlets, think pieces, interviews. Gateway launched reforms, public complaint records, scholarships for underrepresented pilots, bias training led by people who'd lived the harm. The internet argued whether I'd been too forgiving. But forgiveness isn't weakness, it's the final proof of strength. A week later, Daniel dropped a folded note on my desk. From Dad, he said. I opened it. I'm learning to keep my hand down. Pete. I kept it in my jacket beside my daughter's star. A month later, I boarded a flight to Houston for a company town hall. Before takeoff, a flight attendant leaned over. The cockpit asked if you'd like to meet them. The captain was a black woman, her first officer barely older than Daniel. We just wanted to say thank you, she said. We almost quit last year. But this made us stay. She smiled. We'll get you there safe, on our plane. Those 2 words, our plane, undid every knot left in me. When we landed, I stayed behind and thanked the crew. As the cabin emptied, the little girl across the aisle tugged her mom's hand and said, He looks happy, Mama. Her mom smiled. That's because he got where he was going. Here's what I learned. Power is a hand. You can use it to stop people or to steady them. That day, a man used his hand to block me. But later, he used it to write an apology. And somewhere between those 2 gestures, the world shifted a little. Now when I travel, I look at every outstretched hand. Pilots, crew, passengers, and I think, let this one welcome, not wound. Let this one lift, not limit. Because the sky is big enough for all of us. And the flight to justice? It's boarding now. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Elliot Stories, where true voices find wings.